If you struggle with indecision and doubt, you just might be an Enneagram 6, and this episode is for you. This is 9 in 9 Enneagram Wisdom for Life. Let's dive in. Welcome to The One Question That Changes Everything. This series is inspired by the work that I do with clients and students within Enneagram classes, where we really look at not just knowing our number, but how to use that number to become better at relationships, at confidence, and just being better humans. And so I am excited to welcome you, and let's get into Enneagram 6 and the one question that changes everything. So, as an Enneagram 6, there are a few things that are common amongst all sixes, and I know you're familiar with. The first is doubt. And I'm sure you're aware that having a doubting mind is just a key characteristic of being a 6. It allows you to really look at a situation from all of the options. You're going to naturally feel suspicious and doubtful of not just the people around you, but even of yourself sometimes and your own ability to make decisions. Sometimes this can turn into contrarian thinking, which is naturally just taking the opposite viewpoint as the one that's in front of you. Now, this doubt will lead to indecision. This is a chronic uncertainty and a real speed bump to making a decision. It creates a level of anxiety around making sometimes even simple decisions. Sometimes even a 6 will want someone else to affirm or approve their idea or what they want before they actually make the decision. Now, an example of this that's very, very simple is ordering food in a new restaurant. So there's a lot of options, and the 6 is going to read through it all. Several things are going to sound good. They're going to start to doubt themselves making the right decision. Can I make the right decision here? What if I choose something and it's not as good as if I would have chosen something else? And so then they may ask the server in that situation, well, what should I order? Or why don't you pick for me? And this is just an example of this sequence happening of doubt and then wanting someone else to affirm or approve the idea. Now, the second thing is the 6's ability to think through all of the options, to think through how a situation might turn out. Some people call it worst case scenario thinking, and that can be true, but it doesn't have to just be worst case scenario. It can just be all case scenario. And this gives our Enneagram 6s a sense of safety and security to be able to think through the options and then to be prepared, to be responsible, to make sure they do their duty in that situation. Really gives them a sense of security to have thought through everything so that they can be prepared for anything. So the one big question for the 6 is, how can I practice courage and self-trust here and now? This is an excellent question for 6s to ask themselves many times a day, because it will interrupt the overthinking. It will interrupt the cycle of doubt. And you will catch yourself when you're in a doubt cycle. And at some point, you have to come out of that thinking and take an action. And so you think, how can I just practice courage and self-trust here and now in this moment, in this situation? And I have seen 6s become very creative with how to have courage and self-trust in many situations. And it's really, really awesome to see them take that confident step forward and say, this is my decision and I believe that it's the right one. Let's do it. This question also reminds you as an Enneagram 6 to accurately assess your capability. Listen, you're an excellent thinker. And so if you were to just take that step back, you would be able to see that you have what it takes. If you could accurately assess your ability to handle a situation, many times, majority of the time, you know that you can trust your experience, your wisdom, your heart, your intention. Now, sometimes you may accurately assess that you are not able to make the best decision, and that's a good thing for you to know. But for the most part, pausing to ask this question and really getting honest with yourself about how capable you truly are is the best way to take the indecision out of your life and really keep moving forward with confidence. And third, this question will help you call out the real villain, which is fear. It's going to help you to acknowledge the fear that you're feeling, name it, and then let it go. If you refuse to acknowledge that there is fear as an undercurrent that's driving this doubt and indecision, then it's going to keep controlling things. And so when you can pause, you can really stop doubting you and start really naming the real problem, which is an undercurrent of fear. Then you can assess, what do I need here to move forward with self-trust and confidence? And it helps you let go of fear. Recently, a sixth that I know had to make a really big decision about buying a house. And the situation was going to be that they knew that if a house came for sale, there wasn't going to be a lot of time to make a decision, whether to buy it or to pass. And so this Enneagram 6, in advance, because they were aware of their tendency to maybe overthink or doubt, to let the fear of making the wrong decision paralyze them, they actually went into that situation saying like, okay, this is going to require that I trust myself and I trust the process and that I have the courage to say yes quickly and or no quickly. And I think this was a really, really good example of a situation that could have gone very differently. The house could have come for sale, and the overthinking could have started, the doubt, the indecision, the letting fear control things, and then the house would have been gone. But because this Enneagram 6 knew what to do in that situation, knew where the temptations were going to lie, the house did come for sale, and it is their dream house. And so the house is now something that they're enjoying very, very much. And so I love that story because it really shows how this question can truly help you be prepared for situations that are important. All right, so to recap, the question is, how can I practice courage and self-trust here and now? And if this was interesting to you and you want to learn more about how to become better at being you, I'd love to have you join us in our next round of Enneagram classes. Just go to livingwellbyjen.com/Enneagram. Don't overthink it.